Marcel Duchamp. Ironic, laconic, sardonic. Wry, dry, a bit austere, a bit erotic. A cool French guy. Never disturbed, always amused, always ready with a sardonic joke. And this programme is about modern art jokes. The stream of black, off humour that runs through the art of the 20th century that drives people nuts, from Duchamp to now. Modern art jokes, they're not all that funny, but they are big, and this is the biggest one of all, the unofficial icon of the Turner Prize. Fountain is an ordinary old urinal, bought in a shop, signed R. Mutt, sent to a big exhibition in New York in 1917, rejected, thrown away, then the next day raised from the dead and preserved forever in the minds of conservatives as the arch icon of the great Satan of modern art, Marcel Duchamp.
It was really trying to kill the artist as a little god by himself.
It rests here safely, like the meter rule, the measure of all irony, in the hidden vaults of the Pompidou Centre in Paris, the strong walls protecting an unsuspecting public from its full, ironic blast. Blankness, indifference, contempt, that's the message of Duchamp's look as he poses for a screen test for Andy Warhol. Warhol, the artist who said he wanted to be a machine, to have no feelings, to be a kind of robot of art, filming Duchamp, the artist who said anything could be art, so long as an artist said it was. Irony is at the heart of Duchamp's output, nearly all of which is preserved today in the Modern Art Museum in Philadelphia, outside tomb-like, but inside, like Pharaoh's treasures, filled with light and dazzling advanced, abstract and figurative modern art hits. In the furthest chamber, like a nugget of art kryptonite radiating negativity vibes, is the Duchamp oeuvre. The main thing Duchamp did was his series of ready-mades. They were ready-made because he just bought them from a factory or a shop, and then he called them art. It was just a gag at first, then it became a line of works, and then a world-shattering paradigm shift. They weren't from the art world, they were from the opposite world, where artiness was supposed to not exist, the industrial world, the world of mass production.
My idea was to choose an object that wouldn't attract me either by its beauty or by its ugliness. To find a point of indifference in my looking at it, you see.
Duchamp first thought that anything can be art in 1913. Whether or not it's great philosophy, it's definitely the light bulb of avant-gardism first flickering on. First moment avant-gardism became an aim in itself, something to be pursued not alongside quality, but absolutely instead of quality. Most of us kind of think art is quality. It's the next step up, the highest that quality can get. But with Duchamp, quality suddenly has a whole new meaning, one that is infinitely movable, which is a strange idea for quality because we assume it's something that always stays the same. So basically, Duchamp is responsible for the fact that no one really knows what quality is in modern art. And a lot of modern art jokes are about the loss of it. What's lost in post-Duchampian artworks like this is any way of telling where the quality is. Sarah Lucas's cast of her own finger, giving the finger to the world. Or this old shelving unit, inexplicably titled after the philosopher Wittgenstein. Or this shiny toilet. It was Duchamp that made all this possible. Duchamp said the first thing his art was about was that it should amuse him. But the next thing was that it shouldn't be about what everybody else thinks are the most fundamental basics of art, the artist's eye and the skill of the artist's hand. Duchamp thought there was something else that was just as important, maybe more.
Every artist, well, even Velasquez, you see, I mean, there's something which belongs to the hand, not to the mind. And I thought probably at that time that using a bit of the mind wouldn't be bad.
Well, I think he was interested in trying to understand the art around him, the art before him, and that his way of understanding it was to test it.
Duchamp's message was that art was congested in a certain way, in a painting and sculpture way, and he wanted to decongest it, so it could be not just painting and sculpture, but anything it needed to be. Duchamp's ready-mades look good now. They look sculpturally elegant, and they have poetic titles. When he was asked in the 1960s, just before he died, why, when he wanted to destroy art, his ready-mades now appeared so aesthetic, so much like art, he replied with the quip, well, nobody's perfect.
He was such an extraordinary person, with a kind of aura around him. Well, he's an artist, other artists not follow in order to repeat what he's done, not at all that, but it's just his way, his observance of life was such that you felt free within it to do your thing.